Good afternoon and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I know I'm running late today. What I have are about a dozen green apples here and I want to dehydrate them. And what I'm going to do is also show you how you can make them a dessert and how you can flavor them up before you dehydrate them. You can use apple spice, you can use cinnamon, nutmeg, you can use sugar if you wish. But these I'm going to do plain, but I will tell you. Now to do this, you have to peel these apples. I'm trying to core this one, okay? You're gonna have to core them and peel them and make sure you have no skin on them. Now, if you're making for what I'm gonna be using them for, but if you wish, you can leave the peeling on if you wish. I would clean it because you know they spray them and everything. And just core them, get a core and go just core out, and then you just make about a 1/4 inch thick slices, and you can have apple rings and you can sprinkle them with whatever seasoning that you wish. This is before you dehydrate them. I have done apple pie on some. I have used sugar on them as a treat, but I want to put mine in a trail mix. So this is why these apples I am not doing it to. And I cut mine in half. I'll show you how mine look. I cut mine in half like this, but you can leave them whole like this. Once you core them, if you don't know what the tool looks like, I'll show you. This is how you can core. You put it down here, put it in the direction to make sure it comes through here. Press down and you turn it and it'll cut and pull the whole core out for you. Sometimes the core comes a little to the side and you have to work it, and then you can turn it on the side and then just slice it or cut it in half, but if you want to leave the peelings on. But you are going to have, as you slice them, you are going to have to dip them in lemon juice first, because the lemon juice will keep them from turning colors and stuff. And give it a nice tart taste. So you can be very creative with this, with seasonings. I have a big bowl over here. I'm putting my apples in. I'll be putting some lemon juice on them in a bit. Now if you're going to dehydrate them, I'm dehydrating them at 125. I don't know how many hours yet. I have to look for how many hours. And I'll tell you that after, when I get my book out to check for the hour cooking time. So don't think you just have to do them plain like this. But you do have to put lemon juice on them before you season them or anything else. And when you season them, you can do it when they're on the racks before you put them in. You can sprinkle them on then, and that's the best time to do it. I have to buy more lemon juice the way I go through it. And see, I'll toss each apple as I do it. Let me put it over here in the sink, and I can work. So that's what I'm going to be doing. When I'm done peeling them, I will be back and I'll show you what else we have to do to these. But if you are going to spice them up and get your seasonings out, and when we get to that point, you can do it. But you will need lemon juice to put them in lemon juice. So I'll see you then. All right, I have a lot of apples here. I'm tossing them in lemon juice to make sure that they have their color. Let me tilt you down. I'm fond of the green apples. When I sit there and do this, I think I get better flavor. Now I need to have mine plain because I have that sausage, chicken and apple, which was delicious. I'm going to make hamburgers out of it. That's just how good that recipe is. But you need dehydrated apples. But after you lay these out, and they've been in lemon juice and stuff, make sure they don't touch, because if they touch, they're going to stick like glue. The sugar is going to draw them all together. I think I have enough here right now. Now, once you've done this, if you wish, just like this, you can sit there and sprinkle, like I said, apple pie seasoning, or nutmeg, or sugar and cinnamon, whatever seasonings you want. You don't have to do it both sides, just one side, and it will come out really, really nice. You don't have to wash the lemon juice off at all. It doesn't affect the flavor of it. And then you have nice sweet snacks for your children. Now, if you sit there and you do pears, you could sprinkle sugar and nutmeg on it. It'd be like having a pear pie. You see? So you could do all these things. I have some extra apples here. If I have room after this, if I fill this up with all these apples, the apples I have here, next time I do them, I'll sprinkle some sugar and cinnamon. You can see how I do it. That I've done it, and I'll do it again. Because I don't know anybody at any age that doesn't like homemade food. I don't care how old you are or how young you are. When a woman gets in the kitchen, be it making candy, making it snacks like this, everybody wants a bite. They're happy because you took the time. Another thing we can do is we can sit there and layer fruits and nuts on them and let them dehydrate together, and you make another snack, because they'll stick together, they won't separate. So whatever you lay out together, like if I take pears, I could lay, if I want to put raisins on it, nuts on it, or a banana on it or something, it'll work. Now I'm taking the peelings and the core and everything, and I have it over here in water, and I'm going to boil it as much as I can, get as much out as I can. I know the water will reduce as it does it and get concentrated. Then what I'm going to do is put it through a towel and squeeze the dickens out of it after it cools, which will probably be tomorrow sometime, and see if I can make some juice out of it and not waste anything. This is where you get everything out of your food. So when I make that chicken apple sausage, I will have everything that I need. Because I went in the store and I could not find apples. Well, then I found, no, I did find them. It was a tiny little bag. I would have had to spend more money, and I said, shoot, I have a dehydrator. I can do it better at home than I could buying it at the store. It doesn't even make sense anymore. I might as well just get my tail in the kitchen and do what I have to do. Well, they're boiling now, and I want to reduce it and get a lot out of it. I went through a lot of my dehydrating fruit and stuff that I had and vegetables, so now I have to redo it again. That's why I have so many jars over there. I'm going to put them this way and get as many as I can. I'm glad I stopped. See, when you start doing things like this, you can actually see how much waste that you're throwing out in the kitchen. And you're just throwing food and nutrients all over the place. I've had to say that was close. That was really, really close. I cannot believe. Huh? is it. Let me rinse my hands and then we'll see how long they're going to cook. I still got 4 apples, but I could use those 4 apples and I could sit there and make little desserts with it, and we'll show you how you do that. The seasonings. So let me get my book, my glasses, and we'll read it up. I know the temperature is 125. I just can't remember how long. Okay. $10 to 12 hours we're going to be doing this. At 125. Okay, tomorrow morning we will test them and we'll see if they're the texture they have to be. If they're not, we'll just leave them in a little longer. This is how this works. So anyway, that's how you dehydrate these. Now remember, we're going to talk when I do these other 4 after those and rest them. I will sit there and we'll talk about how we'll spice these up and make them like a snack just to eat. Anyway, enjoy your afternoon and take care. Bye-bye.